What's up, guys? We're back for part 3. And if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I'm Jake. I help with all things AI and automation, and we just kind of build things together that are going to help you make your life simpler, improve efficiency, and hopefully make you more money is kind of the biggest goal of all this stuff. Um, so, uh, part 1 and part 2, if you guys haven't watched any of this series yet, part 1 is basically finding our niche companies. We're finding the companies and we're doing it on autopilot. So we're identifying the companies in our niche that we want to target and we want to solicit. And then part 2 is finding the decision makers inside those companies. And so we already did part 1 and part 2. And if you guys haven't seen those videos yet, there should be a link in the description below, or you can find them on my channel. Totally up to you. But this is part 3. Part 3 is where the magic happens. It's where we're going to be enriching the data on the decision makers we found, not met. And so we're going to basically use different AIs to find out everything we can about this person. And then we're going to use everything we can about this person to craft a customized email to them so that when it lands in their inbox, it feels personalized and directed to them. So there's a higher likelihood they at least respond and at least opens a door in a conversation. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. It's all going to be built in a platform called N8N. If you guys aren't familiar with N8N, main thing we use on this channel. And so it's a beginner tutorial. You don't need to know anything about N8N. There's a link in my description if you guys want to download it. It's 100% free. And so don't worry about any of that stuff either. And so nonetheless, we're using N8N, we're using AI, we're using Apollo, we're using Instantly. If you don't know any of these things, it's okay. I'll tell you exactly what they are, but the end goal is to automate your email outreach and make it personalized to each individual person leveraging AI. And so, like I said, this is part 3. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, go back, watch those first. Probably helpful. You can start with part 3. It doesn't really matter. You could do them out of order. But let's jump into it. Let's see. So here is the part 3 flow. And just to give a quick recap, part 1, of course, was right here, sourcing leads. Part 2, that's part 3. Part 2 is finding the people. And now part 3 is this list enrichment. So it goes like this. When the last step is done, it automatically executes this step. We get to our sheets that's pulling all the people that we haven't enriched and emailed yet. And then it puts them in here. So you'll get a block of items in here, let's say 1,000 names. And it's going to loop over each of those, make a personalized email for each of them, and automatically put it into Instantly, our email campaign. And excuse me, I'm picking my lip here because I've got chapped lips. The first thing in the flow is going to be a Perplexity node. Each one of these things is called a node, guys, if you aren't familiar with N8N. And so for the Perplexity node, it is going to basically take what we know about this person, their name, title, company, LinkedIn, and it's going to find them online and it's going to create a bio around them. And then we're going to use that bio along with what we already know about this person to make one icebreaker message. And this is going to be, an email message or at least a couple line blip on top of a generic email message that we've created that, has spots to fill in so it feels personalized. And then this merge node is just used to basically merge the data back in. And we only need this because in this software we're using, ChatGPT sometimes stops the data flow through. So we just use that to merge it so we don't get that stoppage. And then we do that again because it's going to be a 3-step sequence. It's going to be step 1, the initial email, step 2, just bumping up the top of the inbox, and step 3, a new subject line and new email to reactivate them. And again, merge again right here, just for the same reason as this one. And then we update that in the Google Sheets. We send it to Instantly, and then we add it to our campaign in the Google Sheets so that we know that we've processed this lead already. What the fuck? I did not know Control W did that. God damn it, man. Oh, I'm recording again. That's great. I don't know how long I've been recording again for, guys. I know it can't be more than a couple seconds, and so just ignore that. I hotkeyed a new button for pause and start, Control W, and I guess Control W closes my freaking tab. Super annoying. And so apologize for the couple seconds of wasted time. But nonetheless, getting into the flow and how it actually operates, we're going to go node by node, guys, so you guys can build it with us as well. It's not going to be a live build. It's just going to be going over what you put in each node. So first one, you get your document, and then you select the people tab again in these documents. We get them all from our sheet. And again, our sheet has, 3 tabs, 3 sheets. Our document has 3 tabs and, 3 sheets. And all the information for the people we find went into here. And we're going to be wanting to only use the people tab from this point forward. So you go people, added to campaign, which is going to be down here. And so if it's added to the campaign, that means that we're not going to process them, right? If it's not added to the campaign, then we will process them. And then you do the loop over items. Batch size is going to be 1. And then from there, we go straight to the message model. You can see the bio is going to include the stuff like their first name, their last name, their title, their company name, their state, their website URL, and their LinkedIn. So we can find out everything about this person, or at least hopefully find out about this person. And it's okay if it doesn't find every person, because we're doing this at scale. And so if there's 1 out of every 100 that we find the wrong person, it's not going to hurt our results too much. But I find that it's pretty dang good. And then the information from there goes into this, right? Context. And this is from the message model. This is JSON.choices 0 blah blah message content. Here it is. So you just put this into there, and you drag and drop blah blah blah. Or sorry, I guess it's not that one. It's drag and drop this. And you see that's going to be the actual content of the message. And how are we actually designing this AI? We're going to do one, ChatGPT 4.1 mini. And of course, it's linked to our OpenAI account. If you haven't linked the credentials yet, it takes 2 seconds. You just add the API key and sign in. It's super simple. But we're using 4.1 in our GPT. The first one's going to be text, and then it's going to be system. And then we're just going to say you're an intelligent, helpful writing assistant. And the next one's going to be text user. That's very important. And this is just our entire prompt. So we just say your cold email icebreaker creator. Write a 1-line intro for a cold email. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call. Sorry about that, guys. And then write a 1-line intro for a cold email using the provided Google search data as context. Guidelines, tone and style. Use a casual bar conversation. Tone, Spartan. And I'm going to make this tone. Whoops. Actually, I think it's, let's see. Let's go there. Use a bar conversation tone. Spartan and understanding. No fancy language, exclamation points, or questions. Keep it conversational, but direct. Do not use any dashes. So this is one gotcha that these ChatGPTs, they love these freaking EM dashes, these things right here. They love them. For the love of God, you can tell it not to use it 100 times, and I swear sometimes you're still going to get it. You have to be so extremely particular and mention it like 10 times for this thing to understand. Leave them out, gosh. And, OpenAI people, if you're listening, what the heck is with that? What is with that? We all see it's the dead. It's so annoying. Anyways, your output should never have an EM dash or any of the dashes inside of it. Content requirements focus on specific real world details, facility moves, job changes, niche projects, client work. Your output should signal that you know something only those within the industry and or close to their business would know. Avoid vague comments and abstract concepts like respect, growth, trust, vision, or values unless tied to a concrete, observable action. Skip generalities like vibe, design language, or innovative model. Look for oddly specific, uniquely interesting details. Formatting. Respond in JSON format only. JSON. Icebreaker. Really like X and love that you're doing Y. Clean up the company name, remove LLC, Inc., Ethic, and fix all caps. Shorten company names when possible, XYZ instead of XYZ agency. And use abbreviated locations, San Fran, NYX, etc. Do not use any dashes. We tell it again. Output should never have an EM dash or any other dashes inside of it. You get to tell it a million times. Structure. The icebreaker should acknowledge something specific about their work or company. And then context is just what we got from the enrichment of the perplexity node. Then we merge it back in. We do combine position 2. That one's easy. And then we go to the next one. The next one is going to be practically the same. Let's see. The one thing I changed is write a one-liner intro cold email using the Pride Google search data as context and the alternative icebreaker as a reference for the angle we already tried. That's the only thing I changed here, guys. So then I just added original icebreaker right there. And so basically, it just comes at them from a different angle. That's it. It just takes what you already tried. And if we're sending this third email, it means that what you already tried didn't work. And so we're just attacking from another angle. And then merge back in, same thing, combine position 2. And then update personalization. And then, so this is going to, link to your Google Sheets and Google OAuth. People match using ID. And then you just do ID matching. Icebreaker, you match here. Icebreaker B, you match to your icebreaker column. You can see icebreaker B. And then we're going to push them to instantly. So the URL you want to use is this one right here for the URL or the API endpoint. And then you're going to do authorization, bear, and then it's going to be your API key here. And then it's going to be, here's for the actual content. So campaign is going to be the URL. So for instance, if I were to go to instantly right here, and then I go to, I don't know, one of my campaigns, they all have errors right now. My emails got messed up, so that's fine. This thing right here is going to be your campaign ID. And then the name is going to be from the Get Rows and Sheets. Personalization is going to be from the ChatGPT output. First name is going to be Get Row and Sheets, item JSON first name. Last name, Get Row and Sheets, item JSON last name. Website, Get Row and Sheets, website, blah, blah, blah. Company, Get Row and Sheets. You see the skip if in campaign true, it avoids duplicates. And then we do a custom variable, custom_variable.icebreaker_b. And then you're going to put in JSON.icebreaker_b for your custom variable. And then lastly, we add it to the campaign. So we say, match the ID, add the campaign, yes, date, now. And so we put this after because if this fails for some reason, we don't want to reflect that as add campaign because we know that, hey, all of this is true, but this isn't true. And so if all of this makes it to here, and for some reason this fails and it doesn't get attached instantly, then we know that we can actually just take the information in the speech and then push it directly into Instantly to save yourself time so you don't have to rerun all these GPTs and all that stuff. But oh yeah, I got to do this one. But that's it, guys. That's really it. It's as simple as that. Super easy to do, super easy to manage. It's on autopilot. You just set it on a schedule and it goes. I have mine doing 300 companies a day. And so I just do 300 companies a day. I don't even have to touch it. It just runs. It just does its thing. And, the results are speaking for themselves. And so the more you can automate, the less friction you can create in your life. And this is what I'll leave you with, is going to exponentially allow you to create more time for you to leverage it in ways that are meaningful. And what's meaningful to you, right, is going to depend on who you are, right? Maybe it means generating more business. Maybe it means that you can spend time with, the people you care about. That's all depends where you're at in life and who you are. But nonetheless, this is it, guys. This is the entire flow. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, comments, you're confused about anything, you want to see something else, feel free to let me know. If you made it this far, I would super appreciate a like and subscribe. It would help me a ton. I'm a small channel. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get this information out here. I'm just trying to give away information. Just trying to give it away to everybody. But nonetheless, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next one. Cheers.
Free audio post-production by Auphonic.com.